Good afternoon, guys. My name is Saurabh, and I'm a registered migration agent here at Aussizz, Melbourne, at level 1, 290 Collins Street. My migration agent registration number is 1802044. So today I will be discussing about subclass 485, or as it's known as graduate or post work visa. So today I will be sharing around 5 to 6 tips on things that you should be careful when you're applying for subclass 485 visa by yourself, or if you're also using a migration agent. And if you do using a migration agent, make sure that they are registered with the Office of Migration Agents Registration Authority and you have their OMARA number with you. Furthermore, I just would like to invite all of you to the next Friday. We have a seminar on subclass 485 graduate visas, so where we will be able to assist you further for any questions or any information that you need in regards to that particular visa. So the seminar details will be posted up in that description below, and also with a link as well where you can register yourself. Make sure the seats are limited, so make sure you register yourself as soon as possible, because if the seats gets filled out, it's going to be really hard to accommodate everyone. So another thing is, it's on next Friday, 6th of December, from 3 p.m. till 5 p.m. on level 1, number 7 to 9 Elizabeth Street. It's in the Aussizz office, which is right next to the Flinders Street station, corner of Flinders Street and Elizabeth Street. So level 1, 7 Elizabeth Street. The address and all the details will be in the description below. So feel free to share this video or share the event as well, and tag your friends and families who are currently studying right now or already finished their studies, or who are planning to go for subclass 485 visa. So we will be also discussing about what are the different pathways you can actually take right now in order to broaden your chances of either getting a permanent residency or any other future goals that you guys might have for yourself. Alright, so before spending too much time, let's talk about the top 5 tips about lodging the correct 485 visa. So the first tip is the date of lodgement of 485 is very important. The reason it's really important is actually that you can only lodge 485 within the 6 months of your course completion. And so this date is quite important. So a lot of people, they do tend to say that, oh, my student visa is valid for another 4 months, I'm gonna lodge it later. But then the circumstances do get changed, and if you do travel overseas, and you might have some trouble coming back to Australia because your studies have already been completed. So I would recommend you lodge your 485 visa as soon as you finish your studies, or consult a migration agent if you do want to proceed with, or if you want to have a different pathway plan. And the second tip that I want to provide you is choose your stream very carefully, because there are 2 different streams. One is post-study work stream and another one is a graduate work stream. So the graduate work stream is for people who is actually currently studying trade courses like graduate diplomas or certificate courses like commercial cookery, automotive or carpentry. So they will be actually going for the graduate work stream. And the people who are actually studying bachelor degree and above, they will be most probably will be going for the post-study work stream. And also another thing is, if you have your student visa granted on or after 5th of November 2011, pretty much you will be going for the post-study work stream. And the next stream to provide, the next tip, the tip number 3 is actually have some time for your English test. So say for example, if you know that you're going to finish your studies 6 months down the track, make sure you have your English test, all the preparations be done. So you're going to be needing overall of 6 and no less than 5 in each of the 4 components. And you can actually use the IELTS, which was valid over the period of 2 to 3 years time. So I would recommend, because down the track, for if your goal is to get a permanent residency and you would have to get higher English score, so you would we start preparing when you are almost 6 months away from your course completion date. And the fourth tip that I want to provide you is regarding your Australian police check. So a lot of people, they actually tend to wait till the last moment, and then they use the it's totally fine to use the Australian Federal Police a receipt of application as well. But what we would recommend you is, why not plan in advance and get the proper overseas police clearance. And also a lot of people, they end up choosing the wrong code when they are actually getting a federal police check. So always select the number 33. That's complete disclosure. The other ones are only standard disclosure, which won't be accepted by the Department of Home Affairs. And also the another tip that I would like to bring to your attention is your health insurance. Because as part of 485 visa, the time of application criteria is also providing a health insurance. As actually needs to be the overseas visitor health cover. So that's more like people who are working here, so that kind of health cover. And previously, when you're on a student visa, you need overseas student health. So in that way, you would actually have to go to a different health cover. And the last and not the least is, make sure you make good use of your subclass 485 visa, because you're only going to get this visa once as a primary holder. Say for example, if you do get married down the track and then your partner choose to study afterwards, and then he or she is become eligible to go on a 485 visa, you can be a secondary applicant on your second 485. So you can either get once as a 485 and then you can get another one as a secondary holder. So that's 485. Another thing that I would also like to bring to your attention is that recently, due to the changes after the 16th of November 2019, so the government has actually introduced where there's going to be different time frames, extended time frames for 485 visa. Also for the current 485 holders as well. So for example, you guys must have been aware of the fact that there are some regional cities and major regional centers, and then there are regional centers in other regional areas. So there is we have a list of postcodes that actually falls in cities and major regional centers. And if you fall in those postcodes, you might be eligible to get an extension of 1 year. And then we have another one, which is the regional centers and other regional areas. If your postcode falls in those postcodes, you might be eligible for an extra 2 years on your subclass 485 visa. Though there is not much information has been provided yet by the Department of Home Affairs. So as soon as we have further information, we would be doing a live session and providing further information to every one of you. And also, hopefully we would have more information by next Friday. So then we would actually come up with more information and explaining everyone further information, how to extend your 485 or what are those postcodes. So we will be discussing it in detail. So what I would recommend every one of you is to before the tickets sold out, or because it's actually free, the seminar is actually free for everyone, make sure you register yourself, because there are only limited seats available. And once you are registered, so your registration will be booked, so you don't have to worry about losing your chance to be the part of this seminar. And bring your friends as well, and if you do have any questions, make sure you write it down. Sometimes you do forget what you want to ask. And then after seminar, we will be talking to one-on-one as well, and discuss your future pathway plan or any short questions that you do have. And as I told you, it's going to be on level 1, number 7, Elizabeth Street, Melbourne. It's with the Aussizz Group, Aussizz office, the one next to Flinders Street Station. So if you do have any issues or any questions, feel free to comment down below, and I will try my best to answer those questions. And so my name is Saurabh. I'm at Aussizz at Collins Street, Melbourne, level 1, 290 Collins Street. My registration number is 1802044 and my phone number is 0404 08 3304. And if you do have any questions or any queries, feel free to send me a message or a WhatsApp or a Facebook Messenger, or you can even comment down below. Thank you very much.